Happy Xabi Alonso Day.
Happy Xabi Alonso back to training day. I saw all the boys. They were super happy.
Yeah, super duper happy. Hello, and welcome to the Red, White, and Blues podcast. I'm Daniel. That guy down there is Jason, and we are here to bring you all the Chelsea transfer news that is going on in the last week and a half-ish, timeline-ish, something like that. Whatever. So, how you doing, Jason?
I'm good. I haven't shaved like almost the whole World Cup, and instead of my beard growing awesome and full like yours, I just grow like little tiny hairs here. So I even debated using a different camera tonight, but you know what? I was like, our audience will still love me.
Yes.
So yeah, kept it. But I'm good other than that. How are you? Although I am disappointed in Morocco. Let me add that as well.
Yeah. Morocco let Jason down, even though we both picked France to win the World Cup. But he was really underdog. But we are now officially Team Norway for the rest of the ride. That is my team, ride or die. They will beat England on Saturday. Sorry to our English fans. But yes, that is what's going to happen. Anyway, we're here to talk about Chelsea transfer news. And we're going to do this in a short, concise amount of time because we're going to get better. That is our goal. Anyway, Chelsea transfer news. I think the biggest thing, going rip it off the top, probably be the longest topic of conversation tonight on this episode. Andrey Santos to Manchester United for $48 million plus $2 million in add-ons plus a 10% sell-on clause. So, Jason, good deal, bad deal.
How much did we pay for him?
I think 15.
Pretty good deal, but I will say I was on record, I think, on the buy, sell, loan, keep thing that we do. And I thought we would keep him. So I was totally wrong in that. But, I mean, they're going to try to make some money, and it's a season where we don't have that many games. So I guess
And no money.
So I guess, that's probably a lot of it. Does this mean, though, that Enzo stays? I don't know. We can talk about that later.
I mean, who knows? The Enzo situation is a whole other thing. That's a whole, whatever. I don't even know if I want to talk about that because it just infuriates me so much. It's just so stupid. I think you sold, and that is the thing. The word coming out on the street is that Santos sort of pushed for this move because he wanted more minutes, and I can understand that from his point of view, wanting more minutes. From Chelsea's point of view, of course, they're going to sell it because they want to make money. So that's what Chelsea does. We can make a quick profit off of him, and let's do that. So they did. I'm not a big fan of selling to United, especially at $50 million. Yeah. I feel like we probably could have gotten more. Whatever. I don't think he signed I think he signed like a 5-year deal, maybe. I'm sure his wages are more there as well at United. So I don't really know. Yeah. United fans don't seem happy about it. So it took one of our backups. So I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and he didn't really have a great season. He looked okay when he was in, but it's not like he's done that much to justify the price tag that is set on him, even at 50, even if we could have got more. Yeah. I don't necessarily get bothered at selling to other Premier League clubs these days. I mean, I guess if I cared about the money more, even though I just have a hard time, and I've said it before, caring about anything financial with this club because they don't make any logical moves in any way. And they're cooking the books somehow, I believe. I think the next ownership will find out. In the same way that they were like, Roman's terrible and they did shady shit. We're just putting it out there for you. I think the next ownership will find that about this one. And we'll find out about what they did in this period. So I don't the financials don't mean anything to me now. I don't.
That's
it's already a thing where I think we focus too much on it, and we're talking about billionaires who don't even think in these terms. They're doing something behind the scenes. So I don't think about that. And then also the sacred thing of not selling to Premier League clubs isn't really a thing anymore. Everybody just sells to everybody. So I guess that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, maybe it stunts the weight, the signing fee a bit, but at the end of the day, it's just like we sell people to Arsenal now, and then they go and win Premier Leagues, and we sell. I mean, we've always sold people to Arsenal because they always take our rejects.
They're usually old players, though.
Yes,
they're older players. That's different.
Right. They are retirement players. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Because they have families in London and they want to stay in London.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I'm sad to see him go in general, but I understand if he sees the writing on the wall, then that's it.
Yeah, and I think my issue with selling to Premier League clubs is it's not selling to Premier League clubs, it's selling to other clubs in the top 6.
Yeah.
Like, you're selling to a team that is, I mean, Man United, I wouldn't call them, some people are calling it our rivals. They're not really our rival, but they are another club that is trying to challenge for the title. Like, if we sold him to Everton or, Bournemouth or Fulham, not a big deal to me because I understand he wants more minutes, so he's going to go to a smaller club to get those minutes. He's going to a bigger club to get more minutes than Chelsea is.
Yeah, is he going to actually get more minutes? I don't know about Man U's midfield.
He will, just because they have Champions League, because they have more matches. So he'll probably get equal or maybe a little more than what he got. A lot of people are saying he's going to slot in and start for them. I don't know. It just depends. I think we were banking on the potential of him, and I think that's where the hype with Santos came from, was like what we think he could have been, And if he turns out to be what we think he could be, this is going to be a really bad deal, and we're going to regret doing it. And if he ends up just being average, like, he was this year, or slightly above average, then it's a great deal for Chelsea. Jason right now just had a sneeze attack.
I'm allergic to financials.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to transfer season.
You're allergic to transfers. Yeah. That's what you're allergic to. I played the wrong intro video. I just realized that. Oh, well.
That's okay.
It's fine. But anyway.
We'll play it at the end.
No, I'll probably
play it. Okay. You can play it now.
No.
Put it somewhere in the middle so it catches me off guard.
Like the old days where I just catch you off guard with the transfer rumors and just throw the video up there. And
I'm happy we have a dedicated time now.
Yeah, and you snarl at me while the video is playing because I can see you, but the fans can't see you. And then when the video gets done, you're smiling and like you're happy.
I've never stopped loving you, Daniel, even in amongst the pranks.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's not a bad deal. I don't think only time will tell if this is a good deal or not. That's the thing. Because it's all based off potential. If he ends up being great, it's a shit deal. We shouldn't have done it. If he ends up being just bang on average, it was a good deal. So only time will tell if this was a good deal or not. But I am sad to see him go because I liked Andrey Santos. I thought he would have fit nicely next to Caicedo instead of Enzo, giving us more of a threat in the midfield. But I don't know. Does Enzo wasn't to be? And you signed another midfielder in Barcoa. So
yeah.
You signed a midfielder, so you had to get rid of one. You can't, and he is the only midfielder that we were outside of Enzo. Him and Enzo are the only two midfielders that have any value. Well, Caicedo has value, but we're not selling Caicedo. He's untouchable.
Exactly.
Enzo and him are the only two midfielders that have any value. Like Lavia and Asugo don't have value because they're hurt.
Wait, who did you say the other ones were? What are their names again?
Yeah, the two guys that may or may not exist. I did see them at practice today. Yeah, they were supposedly there in training today. Hearsay, rumors. You can never trust the internet these days, Jason. So
it's just Caicedo with a cardboard cutout of what they say Lavia looks like and Asugo looks like.
Yeah.
Got it.
Most definitely. But yeah, I don't know. I think that wraps up Andrey Santos.
That wraps up. Yeah, bye, Santos. We'll miss you. Good.
Yeah.
Good luck to you though.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
I don't want you to be injured, but I just hope that you do badly. And usually our sales to other teams don't work out.
They really well.
Not like in the last 10 years, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially
I might eat those words, but
yeah, especially in the Premier League. So
yeah, exactly. I don't know when we sold KDB. I don't know when we.
Yeah, when
did we sell Salah?
We sold him years ago, but we sold him to Wolfsburg. So that was and then Salah we sold to Roma.
Right.
And they both had good careers there, and then they came back to the Premier League.
Right.
But I think everybody with KDB knew what he was gonna be.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Salah is a little bit more of an anomaly. I don't think people rated Salah as high as they rated KDB. But whatever. Had to get rid of KDB because Courtois likes sleeping with people's girlfriends. So
what a snake.
Yeah, what a snake. But it is official, Jason. Quenda is officially a Chelsea player, and I'm excited. I'm happy, although I do question the timing of this release and do think it was very intentional that they sell Andrey Santos and then the next minute it comes out that Quenda is officially why are we having this big unveiling for Quenda? We knew this.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Even Quenda,
they like to bury the lead. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even Quenda in the interview was like, I've been a Chelsea player for a while. So
yeah.
Whatever.
We've been looking forward to it for a while. It's good that it's official, but yeah,
it is.
They always do that nowadays.
They do. It'll be interesting to see where he slots. I think we've talked about on this podcast before. I think he has the potential to be a great left wing back in Xabi's system, and I'm excited to see it. And I hope he gets the chance to prove himself this year. Having two young talents in him and Estêvão on the pitch at the same time, it's going to be mental if it happens. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to Quenda.
Same. I am. I hope they're both on the pitch. I saw Estêvão come back to training.
Yeah, because his
video they did.
Hamstrings miraculously healed. So
Estêvão's our savior, man. That dude can do miracles.
Savior. We're gonna go pray to our Estêvão altars after this.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. Quenda's here. Tyrique George going to Everton for $18 million. Bonuses could take it up to $24 million plus a 15% sell-on clause for him. I like Tyrique, and here's my thing with Tyrique George. He was better than both Garnacho and Gittins. And yet we went out and bought Garnacho and Gittins when you had this guy sitting right there that could have played and given you the exact, if not a little bit more, And I'm not saying that I think Tyrique George is this amazing player, but he's better than Garnacho and Gittins.
Yeah, just looking at some of his stats. We loaned him out last February or this past February.
Yeah, he was at Everton, wasn't he?
Yeah, before then. And basically it came down to he liked them, they liked him.
Yeah.
He saw the writing on the wall too and got out. So he didn't do much last year, but he obviously made an impression enough to go back to Everton for full time.
Right.
So, kudos to him. I think that he's valued higher than we sold him, but I'm guessing this was a lot of nicety all around.
Yeah, and I feel like in two, I think you don't have to sell him for as much as some other people because it is pure profit. Exactly. So it's there's no amortization with his contract. So it's just a pure profit sale. So it helps. And I do think it's interesting, something that I've noticed. This is the one thing I will commend BlueCo on, and that I will say they have done a really good job of, is with these sell-on clauses. Because, like, you look at it, like, Santos is young and Tyrique is still young. So if they, especially with Tyrique, like having a 15% selling clause, if he goes to Everton and has 2 or 3 really good years, there's going to be another club that comes calling for him in the Premier League probably, and we'll get 15% of that sale. So I do commend them for these sell-on clauses that they keep adding into these younger players, because it does give us the potential for some more revenue down the stream. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but at least the potential is there, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So
it makes sense. Like, it's a recognition that they let somebody good go that will probably do something good. So
yeah, you know, whatever. Jesse Derry to Sporting on a season-long loan after he signed his new contract with Chelsea. So
yeah, hopefully he'll get some playing time. Yeah,
I mean, they're in the Champions League. So
yeah, exactly. He's playing Champions League football when most of our players aren't.
Yep. None of our guys are going to be playing Champions League football, but Jesse Derry will. Whatever. Harrison Murray-Campbell to, you want to pronounce this name, Jason? Because I can't. KB. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. They're in the Belgian Pro League. Newly promoted side.
Okay. I've never heard of them. So
yeah, they're newly promoted. This is their first year. I don't know. I mean, they might have been in it before, but this is their first year in this time around the Belgian Pro League. So, I mean, newly promoted side, maybe he gets decent minutes there.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So, you know, hopefully get some minutes. I guess the Enzo situation. I don't know. I mean, people are getting. I mean, like, what do you do at this point in time? Like, Chelsea's like, we're going to reintegrate him. Enzo won't commit to the club. What I mean, like, what do we do? I don't know. Jason, tell me what we do with Enzo.
I mean, I would love to keep Enzo. I wish the club could work it out. I don't want him to go. I do think it's interesting that Real Madrid, he got sanctioned literally for talking about Real Madrid. Real Madrid's like, we don't want him, or we're not talking about him.
Yeah.
Apparently Man City also came out and said they're not interested. I don't know why no one's interested. But,
well, I mean, his price tag is one reason. Yeah, there's very few teams that can afford him at that.
That's got to be the main reason.
Fair price.
Right.
You know,
especially if Argentina go and they win the World Cup again. I mean, he's doing pretty well right now. I also think it's unfortunate that Argentina are still in the cup for not because they're in the cup, but because he's not going to talk about it and we're not going to talk about it while they're in the World Cup.
Right.
And so the timing of it is just hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then how long does it take for him to be reintegrated back into the team?
Right.
While he's doing that, I imagine as soon as Argentina wrap this thing up, and however they're going to go out, probably maybe as champions, who knows? That goes to July 19th if they.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say they make it to at least the next round, which means they make it to next Wednesday.
Yeah.
If they make it to the next round.
Right.
So I think that it's just going to be a while before anything actually comes of this thing. And whether or not he leaves, I would say I don't want him to.
Right.
But I would rather work it out with him. But yeah, it's like you said, there's only a handful of clubs I could take him.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot Man City signed Elliot Anderson already.
Right.
So they're probably not. I mean, they're not going to take him if Real Madrid, and the rumors are swirling so much that they felt the need to issue a statement about it.
Correct.
So then I think I'm reading the only other place is probly PSG.
But they already have a stacked midfield. He wouldn't even probably. I mean, like, because you've got what's their Vitinha and who's their other midfielder that would play where Enzo plays?
Yeah.
I mean, Vitinha is essentially him. Like that. Like, he's not going to PSG to start.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason he stays, in my estimation, with no knowledge of anything, right, is if Xabi convinces him to stay. And because apparently the rumors are he was upset about the Enzo thing because he was an Enzo stan. Yeah. And so Xabi's going to have to win him over. The problem, like I said, is they're still in the World Cup. Xabi hasn't had a chance to win him over.
Yeah.
Because for some stupid reason, Xabi didn't start until July 1.
We're cooking the books, brother. Cooking the books.
I mean, really, but like, it's really dumb that he could have came in at some point. And again, the PR shit, they had to announce that right after we get out of the Champions League, right? So it's like he could have just been in building a rapport with the players. And apparently he's been in and around the club, so it's possible they've talked and he's made it known about things too. But everybody's being extra coy about it right now. I don't think there's much to say. It was a situation that got out of hand during the season. It continues to be out of hand just for timing issues with the World Cup. He's being coy. The club obviously aren't going to say anything. All the other clubs that could be in for him are just like not interested. So it's just one of those things that's just really dumb. Yeah. And it's a series of bad timing and bad decisions on timing. So I think that's my take.
It is. I mean, I agree. It is the timing of all this is bad because of the World Cup. And then like you look at it like we were talking about before this podcast, like before we started, like the rumor is that Saka, Declan, and Saliba, none of them will be back until after the first international break, which is like the end of September, beginning of October. They're going to each miss like 4 or 5 matches because of how deep they've run. So if you take that same logic and you apply it to Enzo, which it probably would, then you're sort of going to be at the same situation that where he's going to miss 3, 4, 5 matches at the beginning of the season. And what do you do at that point? Like, because he's not integrated into the club. He's going to have to get back into match fitness. So you're looking at middle to end of October before he actually is in probably starting shape. And he's missed a fifth of the season by then, you know?
Right.
So it's like, nobody wants him. You can't send a player that expensive to the bomb squad. So you have to find some way to make it work.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to. Like, I don't know who in Chelsea's higher ups needs to have their ego checked more about the situation, but they need to check the ego and get on their knees and grovel, because if nobody's going to pay it, then you can't send somebody with that high of wages. I mean, we did it with Sterling, so who knows? But then you screw yourself because he's not playing, which hurts his market value, which means then when you go to sell in January, you're going to have to sell at a reduced price because teams know you're trying to offload him, and somebody can come in there and get him for cheaper. And it's going to suck. This
is why I think the Xabi factor is super important. This is why it's important that the club was serious about actually hiring a manager that could manage.
Right.
And for all the shit that goes on behind the scenes about if he's involved, if he's not, what kind of say does he have? Is he just one of like the sporting directors and is he on the same level and all of this mirror we're self-reflecting in the mirror shit? Like, for what it is, like, this is where it becomes really important for Xabi to, I think he's the key factor that could win him over.
Yeah. I think he's the only factor that can probably win him over.
Yeah. It doesn't help that his agent is out there talking, and he's also under contract until 2032. So it's like you said, like, is he going to pull Lukaku? I don't know, but I don't think Enzo is that type of player. But maybe it comes out. I don't know. I don't think he is. I think he's too competitive. I think Lukaku was just a punk from the beginning. Well, I think Enzo is feisty, but I don't know if he would do that. But maybe he would.
That's fair. I don't know. I mean, I do. Do you think if he comes back because of everything that's happened this summer, he should be stripped of the vice-captaincy?
No, I think if he's
Okay.
supposed to be the vice captain, he should be the vice captain. I think this ridiculousness of sanctioning players, I think it was the wrong way to go about it. I think you need the players to buy into your thing. I don't think you're going to get them to buy in by punishing them for what you deem as unsportsmanlike or against the club. Like, the reason they're doing that is because you're not running the club well. Then they're not bought in. And I think you need to buy in, or I think you need to get them to buy in, which again is where Xabi comes in. Like, if you get Xabi and you get him in and you get him integrated and you give him the things he needs to do and you give him the resources and you give him the time and you give him the decision-making power, let him work the players to buy in. Like, that is the point of a manager. They are the day-to-day, not some assholes up on their ivory tower or in their ivory tower on whatever throne they built for themselves, making decisions for people beneath them when they don't understand anything on the day-to-day. They're not there training. They're not there talking to the players. They're not there talking to the players about their families and their lives and like how they feel in the club and like seeing their attitudes every day. Like, they shouldn't be making any of these decisions. They shouldn't be dictating what the coach that does deal with that shit every day is doing as well. And so Xabi will be on the field. Xabi will be with the players in the locker room. Xabi will be there as like a mentor, father figure, coach guy who's leading the locker room. Like, if he thinks Enzo should be the vice captain, then I think we just as a club are so jaded, and as fans we're so jaded right now. We have trust issues. I think we need to be able to trust the people to do what they need to do, and that's a top-down thing too. That is being dictated to us from the top in how we like our fans now. Like, we just go. It's not like we've bought into this. It's just we're having to live in a world in which the manager doesn't get to have a say. And so we are all operating under this, they don't get to have a say. And I'd rather just be at a point where I'm like, if Xabi thinks Enzo should be that, who am I to say he shouldn't? Like, we talk out of our asses all the time. Like, these guys are there. They're in the thick of it. Like, we just get to commentate on it and be fans. And I would love to just be able to be a fan again, but we have all of these other things that we have to talk about because the club is what it is now. And they're dictating what we even get to talk about in any normal way, in any winning way, in any prideful way that we would normally talk about Chelsea. We've been stripped of that for 4 years. Like, we finally have a manager that should be able to manage, and by all intents and purposes and whatever they're saying, will actually get to. But if he does, then I'd rather just trust him. I don't know. I didn't even think he should have been sanctioned when he said the shit he said, because I just think that's the wrong way to go about it. But that's my 2 cents, and I'm going to take us past our agreed upon time because I went on a mini rant. So I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. But yeah, I think with the Enzo situation, it's so weird, and I still don't believe the stuff they say about Xabi. I have a couple things in a minute that I'll say about that. Just
trust issues.
Yeah, I do. And it's like they've burned the bridge. So why should I trust them? You know, the owners. I trust Xabi, but I still don't think Xabi. I still don't have complete faith that Xabi is as great as everybody makes Xabi out to be. So we'll see, because he clearly had trouble managing the locker room at Madrid. Now, granted, we don't have as big of personalities as the locker room at Madrid does, and they have a big cancer in that locker room. But we don't.
Do we have a dictator though? Sorry.
I mean,
all the memes.
Yeah, the memes. Yeah. I would say Enzo is that person in the locker room, though. He is the most outspoken. He is the most likely to, because of what he has won, feels like he can demand certain things, whether right or wrong, up to your opinion. But he would be the cancer in the locker room if we have one.
We've had player power before, though, right? Like, the difference is, does the player buy into your club?
Yeah.
And and we've talked about wanting a leader on the pitch for a long time, and we haven't had one. Nope. Where it probably should have been Reese. It was looking like it was going to be Colwell for a while. Enzo's the only other one that looks any, like, that is to true. Your point. Like, we've talked about wanting a leader. Like, do the fans want to hold it against him that he's actually a leader now?
Mm-hmm.
you get him back, you get him to buy in. Like, I think he makes a great leader at that point. But
yeah,
that's
you
just
get
me.
him to buy in. That's the thing. And I think your point about it having to be Xabi is it's got to be Xabi. That's the only hope.
He's just jaded with everything else. Xabi is the only new. So that's it logically, to me, that just seems like the guy to do it. But if he can't do it, then he can't do it.
Right. Yeah. Garnacho, they're saying that he is free to leave the club. And I will say that every stinking Chelsea fan saw this coming, except for the morons that bought Garnacho from United. And these are all we've entered the rumor section now, fellow folks. Sorry. This is the rumor section now. I should have prefaced this, but and the value of Garnacho, they have set at 40 million. These guys, I can't.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get fleeced on that, but
whoever number one bought Garnacho should be fired. I'm pretty sure it was with Stanley that was enamored with Garnacho. Should be fired. And then the audacity to ask for 40 million when we paid 30 a year ago and he had a shit season is just some cojones. Like, that's some balls right there, but whatever.
I mean, start out high so you have negotiating power so we can break even. That's what I think they're doing. I mean, Quenda's coming in, so. Yeah,
Quenda, he sucks. They're obviously going to keep Gittins because they can't get any money. They will not get close to the valuation that they got for Gittins.
Right.
So we have to keep him. We talked about that in our transfer episode, but Garnacho is free to leave. Good riddance, whatever. I'll be shocked if they get anybody to pay anywhere close to 40 million for him. This was this was a funny one I saw. This has no credible source. This was just somebody shitting on Twitter today, I think. But Robert Sanchez was told to find a new club and that Xabi Alonso is happy with Tinders.
Oh my God.
I mean,
somebody is karma farming.
Yeah, that is exactly what that one was. So don't think that was just, I threw that one in for humor. Whatever. Sanchez will probably be here next year. Unless we sign somebody, which all intents and purposes, we're not going to. Chalobah, they've set a $30 million value. Is still coma and Inter, same thing we talked about last week. So not a lot of news
probably
there.
Fair valuation.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely fair. One of Emegha, Jackson, Delap will be sold this summer. Take your pick. I mean, we just signed Emegha. It's his first day of training with Chelsea today. I think the unanimous pick is Delap. I don't understand why we have, and then there's still, like, my favorite thing is the rumors that we're still we might go after a striker. I'm like, we already have like 5 in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing less games this year because this didn't even include Guiu. I think it's just understood that Guiu's gone at this point in time. Like, so
it's never stopped them from getting other forwards or other attackers in general.
True. Watch them.
They overbuy all the time.
Yeah. Watch them loan Emegha back out to Strasbourg.
Oh my God. They can't. The fans hate him.
Oh, they do. The fans hate him so much there. So much. So we've been linked with 2 center backs, and I think this is very interesting, Jason. This is the tell right here. Okay, so Lacroix, which we talked about, no need to talk about him. Crystal Palace, we talked about him last week, and Jacobo Ramón, who is a Como player, which I find interesting. Number one, because Chalobah is linked to us. He's 6'5" from Spain. His transfer market value 21 million, and this just screams BlueCo, because here's Lacroix, who I'm not even that high on. I think he's a good center back. I don't think he's great. I think if you're going to spend that much, go find somebody that's better. But he's what every fan has been screaming for. He's like 26. He's Premier League proven, and by God, every fan wants Lacroix. And this screams BlueCo being like, well, we tried to get him, but Crystal Palace just wouldn't sell to us. So look, we got this 21-year-old from Spain that's 6'5", and he cost us 21 million. He just screams BlueCo.
a third of the valuation. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
completely. Like that, it makes perfect sense. Like a little misdirection.
Yeah.
A little bit of Jacobo. Although I will say, well, never mind. Lacroix is fine. He's 6'3". I was going to say it's just, it would be nice to have like a really tall center back.
It would be. It would be. Because
but yeah, I agree with you.
Cucurella, to be fair, on the back line. So that our average height is already up.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it makes sense that they would do that and then go, yeah, Crystal Palace overvalued, and now
we didn't want to.
They also get scared of any player that's like over 21 too.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Like Jacobo is like, he's pushing it for them too to even sign at 21.
Exactly. Like he's a borderline. Like 21's like pushing it for them. You're right. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like this just seems like a classic BlueCo bait and switch, man. Because we've been linked to older, experienced players before, and nothing ever happens. And it's BlueCo for you. And we can once again tell everybody we told you so if it happens. So
similar caliber of player too. Like decent. I'm looking at their stats and stuff. They're not.
To be fair, one does play in a farmers league, and the other one does play in the Premier League. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
Anyway, the last one, which Jason, you don't think we've talked about on here before, is Pep Chavarría. Apparently, the left back. And this one just is beyond belief to me that we're even trying to sign this guy. He's like 28. He's never capped for the Spanish team. He plays for a lower side in La Liga. And, you know, they want the full $21 million release clause. We're supposed to be going back in for him for $15 million. And it's like, why? It's like, this is a very average left back from La Liga, another player that is just an average guy, and you're going to say, oh, look, we got some experienced player. We looked in the mirror. Look, we got you an experienced guy.
Jacobo Ramón can learn so much from him.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll just say that's what they're going to say.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. This club is so poorly run. We have, and like this screams, we just have no money too, on top of that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, even just like Lacroix and Jacobo Ramón, like even those players seem like, it screams about the kind of caliber player we can get right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
What happens when you don't qualify for Europe?
Yeah, and you're trying to offload half the roster because they all suck because you made bad purchases, and it's just like that. Chelsea's transfer business these last few years have been
crazy,
just terrible.
Really, really poor decision making all around.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Anything else you want to add, Jason?
I went on my rant, so I'm good if you're good.
I'm good, man. I'm always good, man. Yep, that's your Chelsea transfer wrap up for this week. Jason, tell these people where they can find us.
X, Instagram, Substack. Check us out. We'll check you out at Red White Blues FC on all the things.
That's right. We're on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, wherever this is your podcast at. We're also on YouTube. So like, subscribe, follow, do all that bullshit, and have fun with it. And until next Monday, where we will talk entirely too long and rant about something entirely irrelevant. We'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Oh, no, I'm kind of leaning more towards Jacobo because I like the name a little bit better. Flippity floppity.